Hello students, welcome to another video on the chapter Parallel Line for class 7. Today we will discuss about the different properties related to parallel lines. So let us begin. So before we understand parallel lines, you need to see these two pictures in front of you. You can see here two lines are crossing over each other and they are meeting at a point O. Such lines are called intersecting lines. And when there are two lines which even if we keep extending will not meet are known as parallel lines, right? You can look around, there are many things around you which are having parallel lines. Maybe the notebook that you are using to study, the two sides of opposite sides of the notebook are parallel to each other, they are not going to meet. Similarly, the railway tracks, they are parallel to each other. So such lines which will not meet at any point are known as parallel lines. There are certain conditions related to the parallel line which help us solve different questions related to it. So what are those? So if you see in this diagram, you can see two parallel lines and I have marked some angles starting from 1 to 8. Now just see the terms I have used here. Also you can see I have made a line crossing over the parallel line. This line is known as a transversal. Remember, this line which is crossing the parallel line and meeting it at 2 points is known as a transversal line or a transversal. Now, what are the points? The first point is that if these are the two parallel lines and a transversal is cutting them, then we get corresponding angles. They are angles in the same side of the two parallel lines, like here 1 and 5. They are on the same side parallel lines. 1 and 5, 2 and 6, 4 and 8, 3 and 7. They will be equal, like 1 will be equal to 5, 2 will be equal to 6, 3 will be equal to 7 and 4 will be equal to 8. These angles are known as corresponding angles. Similarly, if you see the transversal cutting the parallel lines, the opposite angles are known as alternate angles. So here we are talking about alternate interior angles only. So here angle 3 is equal to angle 5 and angle 4 is equal to angle 6. They are known as the alternate interior angles because they lie to the opposite of the transversal. And if you see these two angles, angle 3 and 6, they are lying on the same side of the transversal. Also, when you add these two angles, they add up to 180. These are known as co-interior angles and the sum is always 180. Similarly, for these two co-interior angles, that is angle 4 plus angle 5, it will be equal to 180. So we can say that co-interior angles are supplementary. So remember, angle 1, 5, 2, 6, 3, 7, 4, 8 lying on the same side of the parallel lines are the corresponding angles. The transversal which is passing through the parallel line, the opposite angles are the alternate interior because they are lying in the interior of the two parallel line, 2, 5, 4, 6. And the alternate interior angles and the co-interior angles, that is angles like 3 and 6 and 4 and 5, they add up to be a total of 180. So we can say that they are supplementary. Now in the given question, you have to find the value of x in the following. You can see these are the two parallel lines given to us and you can see a transversal cutting them. So if you know that this angle is 110 and I can name this angle as angle 2, and I can write that angle 2 is 110. Or if I name it angle 1, I can say that angle 1 is 110 degree. What will be the reason? They are the corresponding angles and they will be same. So you know that x angle plus angle 1 will be 180 degree because this is a straight line. So it's a linear pair or a straight line, whatever you want, you can write the reason as. And when I solve by putting the value of angle 1 is 110 and get the value of x. Value of x will be 70 degree. So the value of x here is 70 degree. So see, by using the property I have derived the answer. Now given again a pair of parallel lines, you have to find the value of x here. So these are the two parallel lines and you can see 2x plus x and 3x plus 54. So what type of angle are they? They are in co-interior angle because they lie in the interior of these two parallel lines. So I can write 2x plus 6 plus 3x plus 54 is equal to 180. Reason, co-interior angles are supplementary. So I solve it. I get 5x plus 60 equal to 180 degree and x is equal to 120 by 5, that is 24 degrees. Let us take some more questions. Given are the pair of parallel lines cut by a transversal, find the lettered angles. So you can see some letters have been named here. Let us do it. For question A, you can see that these are the two lines, and if you have not seen my first video, please go and see it about the normal lines. When two lines cross over, the opposite angles formed are the vertically opposite angle. So I can easily write Q is equal to 135 degree because they are vertically opposite angles, because you can see that two lines are crossing here, and so I get the value of Q directly. Now Q plus P is forming the co-interior angle because they are lying in the interior of this parallel line. So you know that co-interior angles are supplementary. So we can put the value of 180, Q as 135. We need to find P. So 180 minus 135, that is 45 degree. So angle P is, this is 180 minus 135 is 45. Now in this question, if you see, again only one angle is given to us. So how can we get the other angles? You can easily write that angle P is equal to 62 degree because it is vertically opposite to each other, these two. Always give reasons when you are solving. Also I can say that angle P plus Q is 180 degree because they are forming a straight line or a linear pair. So I can get the value of Q, that is 180 minus 62, it is 118. Also, once you know Q, you know R, that is 118 degree because they are the alternate interior angles because they lie opposite to the parallel transversal which is cutting the parallel line. And finally, angle P is equal to angle S, that is equal to 62 degree because they are the corresponding angles. Now moving on to the next question where we have to calculate the lettered angles again, and here we are solving questions related to the parallel line. So this two sign shows that they are the parallel lines. Now you can see x, y, z, three unknown values we have to find, and 143 and 60 is given to us. So if you see, you can easily say that z plus 60 is forming a co-interior. Like if I extend this line, you can say that this will be the transversal and these two will form the co-interior angles which are supplementary. So you can get the value of z. So that becomes 180 minus 60, 120 degree. Now same for x. X plus 143, if I extend these two lines, just assuming that I have this one line here cutting through this, acting as a transversal, then x plus 143 equal to 180. The reason being same, co-interior angles are supplementary. You have to just put in the properties and solve them. So x will become 180 minus 143, that is 37 degree. And now how do I solve y? So I have got the two values x and so x plus y plus z is equal to 180 degree because it is a straight line, and angles on a straight line is 180. So you know 37. You have to calculate y and you know z is 120. Therefore y is equal to 180 minus 157, that is 23 degrees. So final answer is, you can write it separately if you want, x is 37, y is 23 and z is 120. Now moving on to the last question. This question seems a little tricky for children as it is showing 3 lines. Obviously they are parallel to each other. You have to calculate the values of x and y, and you have to also find the reflex angle ECA. Now reflex means this side, which is more than 180 and less than 360. Okay, so let us first calculate x. X plus 120 is equal to 180 because they are the co-interior angles according to this two lines CD and EF. So you get x as 60 degree because 180 minus 20. Similarly, y plus 140 is equal to 180. Now here which two lines are parallel? You can write it if you want, CD parallel to EF. Now here the reason is same. The co-interior angles are supplementary and parallel lines are CD parallel to AB. You can see these two lines we are talking about. So y becomes 180 minus 140, that is 40 degree. Now after getting the value of x and y, you have to get reflex angle ECA. That means reflex, this total is forming a circle, that is 360 degree. So minus value of x and y from 360. So x is 60, y is 40, that becomes a total of 100. So 360 minus 100, that is 260 degrees. So what did we do? We have considered the two parallel lines at a time and done the property, used the property of co-interior angles of the parallel line which are supplementary, and solve the questions to get the solution. I am sure that now you would be able to understand the basic concept of parallel lines. If you like the video, don't forget to like, share and comment. Thank you for watching.